we are at this diving dive Andaman resort. Not exactly resort, but who does the scuba diving in Havelock Islands. And these are some of the instructions being displayed over here. The boat sign, breathe, come here, and some of the instructions. And these are the different kinds of fishes that you can spot in the waters near Andaman. These are some of the first aid basic instructions, and they have also got emergency action plan. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Okay.
Don't ask me questions.
Yeah, you'll be having questions.
Okay.
So, what's your name?
I'm Chatrika Dugu.
Okay. You're from?
I'm from Hyderabad and I'm a rescue diver here.
Okay.
Before going, we had to do some form works, which you guys have already done. We're waiting for the other clients to come. We'll wait for another 10 minutes and we'll get you for training.
Okay. So, can you explain, what you know about the scuba diving and all?
Well, there are multiple kinds of diving. Scuba is another way of explaining what kind of equipment you use underwater. So, scuba is an abbreviation. It stands for it stands for self-contained underwater diving apparatus.
Self-contained. What does it mean? Self-contained means?
Self, by yourself, you have a contained equipment
Okay.
which you end up using underwater. It's an underwater apparatus which everybody holds on to have their own breathing.
Okay.
So this kind of equipment is used for mostly recreational diving and also some parts of commercial diving and all. Right now we're going to do recreational diving. For the first timers like you all, will be doing 12-meter maximum depth, and anybody who has licenses who wants to continue diving by themselves can come and do open water courses with us.
Okay. Ma'am, what is the difference between scuba diving, snorkeling, sea walking?
Alright, so scuba diving is something that is activity that happens under the water, where we go inside the water with our own equipment, can be able to breathe from compressed air cylinders, which you can see right there.
Yeah.
And in case of snorkeling, we end up using a full face mask.
Okay.
And stay on the surface of the ocean. We don't go inside, we stay on the surface and try to breathe the air outside with the tube which we have. So it's not a compressed air or something that is inside. So we see whatever is under the water from the surface level, but diving is where we go inside and access multiple depth. Coming to sea walk, it is also a way of going inside but without your self-contained equipment. It is just one bubble, the astronaut helmet that you have, which has tubes from one upper compressor from top, which provides you air. So we go and touch the bed, which is maximum maybe 5 to 6 meters. We stand there and we walk around and seeing corals from little distance. But diving is where we don't touch the surface nor the bottom of the ocean, and we kind of levitate in the middle and swim around.
Okay.
So we have more access, we can be wherever we want, we can see things around. Whereas sea walk, it is kind of restricted area that we can go.
Okay. So the depth allowed in scuba diving is around 12 meters.
For starters,
it's 12 meters.
Yes.
And sea walk it is 7 meters.
5 to 6 depends on the tide also.
Okay.
The higher the tide, you get more water. The lower the tide, it's just that water pushes back and then you get to be around 6 to 5 meters.
Okay.
Higher the tide, maybe 7, you can touch.
Okay. So at how much distance from the coast you will be getting that depth for scuba diving?
Alright,
that
so
12
the
meters.
locations that we have are different. Depends on the visibility, depends on the currents. We choose every location. So location that we might be going today, a high possibility is Tribe Gate, where we'll go about 15 minutes of a ride from the shore to the coast, depending on the tide again. The higher the tide, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. The lower the tide, 15 minutes, maybe 12 minutes of a ride.
Okay, okay. Fine. Ma'am, you said that you were into water sports before, so that has fetched you here.
Yes.
Like, probably you would have gone to different seas and all.
Well,
So,
so far,
different
sorry.
coastal areas.
Yes.
So, what exactly do you find it advantageous in this Havelock beaches compared to other beach like Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal towards the Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Orissa coast?
Actually, coming here, if you've noticed, the beaches are white. That's one of the interesting things that you notice here, and that also has an interesting story. Why? Apart from the beaches, the color of the sand, it is also the marine life.
Okay.
The marine life in the islands are richer, like apart from the mainland where there's a lot of noise pollution things happening. The islands are more secluded and it has a variety of marine life. That also includes the coral life. Coral life here is way more richer than anywhere you can find in mainland coasts. It has healthy reefs, it has healthy fish life, and the clarity of water here in the islands, even on a worst day, is far better than a good visibility in mainland coastal areas or dive areas.
Yeah.
So, island diving is kind of a very different feel towards diving. If you've noticed how it is underwater, your experience goes next level. Wherever you dive again, even in coastal lands, you feel like you expect this to be there. So this is the place which has that kind of beauty underwater and also above water. A lot of trees, rich in fauna here, and also good amount of bird lives. So islands are quite interesting place.
Yes.
Beautiful skies.
Yeah. What do you think is the reason for the clear visibility of the water over here?
Usually the reef, the healthier the reef is, the better the water. It also makes the water better.
Okay.
Also, it's not all the time. Okay, the reef, clearer the water is. I also think because of the sand bed
Yes.
and the reflection.
Correct.
So as we started with the story that why the sands are white
Yes.
here, it's because of one particular fish or a family of fish called humphead parrotfish.
Okay.
So they bite onto the corals
Right.
and eat the algae on top. In the way they also scratch off certain coral path and they poop out white sand.
Okay.
It's basically all the white poop that you see is
Uh-huh.
the nice white beaches.
Okay.
So because of the white bottom layer,
Right.
the water also more appears to be bluer and richer in color
Okay.
when you see it from top.
This is the humphead parrotfish, right? This one.
Yes.
Right. Okay. This is the one responsible for so much of attraction.
Yeah, again, all the parrotfishes make this. Anybody who has like the fleet that comes forward, parrotfish. There is also varsies. So if you can see, there is another bicolor parrotfish.
Okay.
So all these species of parrotfishes are one of the reasons,
Okay.
major reason for the beaches to be white.
All right. Okay. And how much time does this oxygen cylinder last?
So we have up to, again, someone who's professional and someone who's beginner has a different air consumption level.
Okay.
Someone who's a beginner who will end up consuming it for 20-25 minutes maximum. Someone
Alright.
who's experienced, who has more time dealing with scuba, can stay up to 70-60 minutes
Okay.
and come out of their dive after seeing everything and still feel that's still less of a time.
Okay.
So yeah, depends from person to person as well. Breathing capacity, men, women, everything makes a difference when you come to diving and the air consumption levels.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. See you guys in diving.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.